in this email, you were saying that Mr. Lyons was a liar, correct?
I said I was tired of his lies.
The person who tells lies, you would agree, is a liar, right?
I would assume so.
Okay. Go to the next number.
23.
Yes.
Thank you.
And this is an email you started to want to talk about the insurance.
Does it sit over here? I'm not sure what.
So why don't you, maybe you can look at this and tell us what happened with insurance at Skyhorse.
Well, the second page seems to be between Nathan and Tony.
No, I was just asking if it helped refresh your recollection. You said there were insurance issues.
The issues were, one,
Victor,
yes.
Don't look at the email. Listen to the question.
Okay.
He's asking you if that helps refresh your recollection as to what happened with, quote, the insurance.
Well, do you want me to read it?
No, I want you to listen to the question.
If what helps?
Does looking at that email help you recall what happened with the, quote, insurance? Yes or no, Victor?
Yes, I already knew this. That they represented one thing and something else turned out to be the truth. They represented a $10,000 deductible, and as it says, at least 4 months later, after the lawsuit by Mosley, they added me to the policy and sent me a copy with a $25,000 deductible. That was not agreed upon in the contract. So they misrepresented that fact, and this just clarifies that.
This is another instance where the Skyhorse people lied to you.
Well, it's the same instance.
They made misrepresentations, yes.
Okay.
But just so the record's clear, earlier he said this exact thing. So when you say another, he's repeating what he said earlier to the same set of folks.
But another instance in which they lied to you was when they claimed that you had told them back at the first meeting about...
All you have to do is look at their contract and see what it says and see what their policy says. They lied.
All right, Victor, just do me a favor. He has to ask his question, so let him put it on the record.
Okay, yes.
Try to listen to the question. Okay.
But another lie that they told you was the claim that you say is false, that in your first meeting you told them about the government claiming there were 3 failed drug tests.
Wait, say that again, Jen, I'm sorry.
Another lie that you claim they made was Mr. Weinstein's contention in his email that at the first meeting with Mr. Conte had told Skyhorse about the allegedly 3 failed drug tests. Right?
Yes, they've lied, including that's a lie.
Okay. Now, let's go to this next one.
Okay, so are we marking this 24?
Yeah.
Thank you.
By the way, are you at any point now constrained by a protective order to your understanding?
think he already testified that he believes he is.
Okay. Are there any documents in your possession, custody, or control, and by that mean even your attorney's office, which you believe could be turned over but for the protective order?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I'm only asking as to did you certainly took an inventory of what documents you have, correct?
There are some documents in my possession, there are some documents at my attorney's office, and at different times they may have went back and forth depending upon which protective order was in place at the time. So I have general, idea, but not specific.
Well, you understood you were to get all responsive documents to us, right? Responsive to our requests. Did you go and have your attorney's offices, did you go to your attorney's office to check what documents she had or what Mr. Wagstaff had?
Well, Wagstaff would be different than McNamara.
But both.
Okay, well, you can ask him separately.
Did you go to Ms. McNamara's office and check through there?
No, I did not.
Did you go to Mr. Wagstaff's office and ask whether there are any documents there?
If those were within your right to have those, I'm sure they would have made those available to you.
That's not my question. That's not my question. Did you make inquiry of Mr. Wagstaff or Ms. McNamara about providing documents?
I looked in the documents that I had and gave you the best what I found.
That's not my question.
I did not go to Mary McNamara's office in response to your request.
Did you ask her to look through her documents to see if there was anything responsive?
I may have. I did talk with her several times. I'm not sure.
How about Jim Wagstaff's office?
May have as well. I talked with him several times, but I would assume that whatever there was, he'd already provided it to you.
Of the documents that you did turn over, and in the course of your search through your documents, did you find any documents that you believed were covered by a pending protective order?
I think the only one that is at this point, and I could be wrong, is the actual protective order itself.
Is there a reason why that wasn't identified to us as an order you weren't prepared to divulge to us?
I don't know what that has to do with this case.
Well, does the protective order itself, what documents does it protect?
I direct you not to answer. You just said it's a protective order.
Yeah, but is it on file?
I just told you earlier it's under seal.
Victor.
I just told you this.
I think his testimony is the protective order is under seal.
There is a protective order.
Let me just finish, please. Okay. That there is a protective order under seal. You asked him about it.
Okay.
He said that his belief is that the order has been sealed and it's still protected in his mind. And so, let me just finish. So you asking about that to find out about what's under seal with the court, I'm going to direct him not to answer.
When was this protective order entered?
Don't answer that, Victor.
Well, there is an order to be on the web. How am I supposed to find out about this?
That's
20
the
questions?
whole point, that it's under seal.
No,
we can deal with that through the judge. Victor, can you tell us who the judge is who you believe signed that protective order?
Susan Elston.
We can deal with it.
How about when?
I'm sorry, what was the last name?
Because I can go track it down through the pacer.
The judge. Judge Susan Elston.
And when?
Well, why don't we do the basics? Was it in connection with the bonds criminal action? As far as you know. Was it in connection with your criminal action?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
When was it entered?
At some time in 2005.